Good morning. My name is Annie Parker, and it is my distinct honor to introduce my good friend, Molly Cline. Whenever I type in the letters M-O-L-L-Y in my cell phone, they autocorrect to M-I-L-K-Y, Milky. Every time I think, got Milky? How fitting is that name, though? This senior class elected Milky not once but twice to lead us into our current reign. If you haven't heard yet, she's made us into kind of a big deal. Molly provides us with the strength, spunk, and energy we need for various events throughout the year. She is a courageous leader with quick wit and wholehearted sincerity. Please lend your ears today to this great source of calcium, vitamin D, and wisdom. Now I give you the one, the only, Milky Molly Cline.
The plane lands. Mary Harper screams. In this moment, it finally set in that the 2-week French immersion trip to Quebec City, Canada, that 10 other girls and I signed up for a mere 6 months ago was real. We departed the plane that Saturday evening and found ourselves in the arms of our host families, who attempted to kiss us on both cheeks. And yes, I did dodge this kiss out of confusion/awkwardness/fear. My host mother, Nadia, knowing little to no English, began speaking to Lily Russell and me in a Quebec French accent, which, if you don't know what that sounds like, consider yourself lucky, because it is basically the extreme version of a New Jersey accent. At this moment, as we walked to Nadia's car and she asked us questions such as, "What do you like to eat? Are you hot? Are you okay? Why are you crying?" It set in. This is happening. This is real life. The language that I had spoken every day of my life for 17 years was stripped away from me, and all I could do was be in the moment. This moment that I now look back upon as beautiful confusion. Throughout this entire trip, I found myself in a lot of these confusing yet somehow beautiful situations in which that's all I could do, be in that moment. In Quebec, we used the bus system to travel basically everywhere we went. And of course, there was no way that Lily and I could have navigated this easily because neither of us were that lucky. We found ourselves lost many a night with our phones dead or without data to use for a map, so we were left with our own instincts instead of our phones. Crazy, right? Sorry. Here is an actual text I received from my mother after we got lost one night, and I went way over my data plan as we were forced to walk home from a far bus stop. In all caps. "No more data. Buy a map or ask for directions from someone. You're supposed to be learning French, not looking at an American map." Now, at first, I was extremely frustrated at my mom for sending me this aggressive text. Did she want me to get lost and end up having to fend for myself as a hobo on the streets of a random Canadian city? Then I came to the realization that maybe she was right. I was so focused on having this data for my phone that it made me not appreciate being in this scary yet once-in-a-lifetime moment I was in. Being in the moment is something that we all struggle with, myself included. It seems like everything that we do in life, we feel a constant need to say, "Oh my gosh, I have to Snapchat story that," or "Oh my gosh, I have to take a picture of that to Instagram," which this is fine. Of course it's good to document happy or funny or confusing moments in our life. But when do we find ourselves leaving the moment, and instead of seeing it through our own eyes, we see it through a distorted iPhone camera lens? Or instead of truly remembering what happened and being able to look back upon it, we spend more time typing what happened in a tweet or a text to our friends. The lucky, and at that time seemingly unlucky thing about Quebec was that we didn't constantly have our phones to be sucked out of our moments. We were forced to simply live in the many strange moments we found ourselves in, whether it was singing French campfire songs at a sugar cabin in the Canadian wilderness, or accidentally telling my host mom's friends that I was 80 years old and that we had skunks in our trash cans in Memphis. We were forced to be in the moment and be present, and in turn observe the beautiful things going on around us. Life is such a beautiful gift that we have been given, and we miss so much of that beauty because we stare down at our ugly phone screens, sucked up in someone else's life. So today, I want to challenge each and every one of us to put down our phones every once in a while. Go watch the sunrise with your best friend and don't take a phone. Actually listen to a concert instead of recording it on video. Be present, be in the moment, just be. Thank you.